Hello, everyone.
Welcome, knowers. We are the AOK. I'm Anissa.
And I'm Chris.
And today we're going to be asking the TOK questions. Are you real?
And how do you know?
Okay, so the first thing that we're going to be going over is an easy activity for you guys to do. I would like to ask you guys to please close your eyes and envision an apple, a red apple. Right? Okay, so yeah, Chris is doing the exercise with you guys. So, red apple, right? So when I say imagine an apple, Chris, what do you imagine in your head?
Right now I'm trying to, and I can't see anything.
You can't see anything at all?
I can't see anything.
Okay. So, I'm sure you guys are doing it with us. You may see a black and white apple. Some people can't visualize color. You may see something totally in high definition, like a cartoon apple, like straight out of a comic book, or maybe something out of a grocery store, really realistic. When I imagine an apple, like a red apple, if I were to try and imagine it, I kind of imagine like a drawing. Like it's 2D. It's kind of flat. Like I'm not able to imagine things totally realistic. Like it's a little bit blurry. Yeah. So this is a exercise based on aphantasia. So aphantasia is something that like 20% of the population have. And it's basically it's the inability to be able to envision pictures in your head.
Yeah. You can't think of something and see it mentally.
So there are like 5 ways that you can see the apple.
Yeah.
There's like nothing that like a basic drawing, like not in color at all. There's like the blurry one, there's like the cartoon, and then there's like the very realistic apple. And when we say imagine an apple, like when I said that to you, everybody that did it, like you guys watching and Chris, like you're able to visualize something. Maybe Chris didn't visualize a picture of an apple. What did you see the word? Or
It was just
like
I
the
just
idea
knew that my eyes were closed. Like I know, I thought of what an apple was,
like
but I didn't see an apple.
You couldn't see it. So everyone's mind produces images differently. And aphantasia sort of disproves the assumption that we all see the world the same. So let's get into that. So people with aphantasia still understand what an apple is. So, like, we would say Chris has aphantasia. Like, he knows what red means. Like, you can identify the color red. And, like, you know what an apple is in the real world. Like, if you were to go to a grocery store or see an apple tree, like, you're able to understand what it is. But you can't experience the mental imagery of it.
No.
So that shows that knowledge itself, like the knowledge that you have of an apple, isn't based on identical experiences.
Yeah.
To continue, on that note, the experiences that you have shape your knowledge. We talked about that in the way that when we explained the 12 key concepts.
Yes.
The experiences that you have build your idea of what knowledge that you hold. So 2 people can know the same thing, but they can experience it in different ways. Therefore, what you experience doesn't equal your knowledge. You have to understand that your experience shaped what you know, like it shaped your knowledge.
Yeah. A lot of the way that you perceive a certain thing or a certain event will be based on your own cultural bias, your own personal experience. Like me and Anissa were just talking about this, where we had tried like a chip, right? But she thought it was good and I thought it was terrible. So
Terrible.
It was terrible. It was actually gross. But we can both have the same experience and have different perceptions of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay, so then that goes into the real world where scientists, artists, and historians all define reality based on different things.
Yeah.
Like what they see as real, as the truth, is totally different. And that can be based on the exact same evidence. So that's crazy.
That's how different historical interpretations can come about, which you'll learn more in your IB history classes next year.
Right. So on that note, objectivity as like an idea, like what is something that's objectively real? Like how can anything be real?
Nothing.
Nothing is
can ever be objective. Objective
Nothing is
is
real.
not, it's an idea that doesn't exist because everything is seen through your lens. So you'll always be placing your own personal biases on it, no matter what.
Right. So, but there is like a reality. Do you think that there is a reality we just don't, like we ourselves, like we can never reach that point? Like we can never like see reality as it is? That there is a reality?
That's TOK God's job.
TOK God?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I want to ask a knowledge question.
Okay.
To what extent does perception give access to reality?
And that's an interesting question. To what extent does perception,
Our senses,
our senses,
how we perceive the world, how close do our senses give us to reality as a whole? Because we learned last year in TOK about this like mantis shrimp that sees
a
like
wider spectrum of
color. Imagine looking at like a room, like we're in a black room right now, and you just see like 5 different colors around you. Yeah. But that's what it is. Like it's actually like that, and we just can't see it. We can't perceive that's what it's like.
Light is an almost infinite spectrum where there's infrared, ultraviolet, gamma radiation.
The rays.
But you can only see the visible spectrum of light.
For us, for our eyes.
Yeah.
There are people who are colorblind.
Yeah. So
you can't see color.
There's always like a part that you're gonna be missing.
And that changes like the way that you see the world.
Yeah.
And that's not even only for sight, the things that you see. That's the things that you hear, the things that you feel, the taste. Like we were just talking about the chip. Imagine you've never eaten that chip. Right. Imagine you never tried it.
That chip will not exist to me.
To you, but it exists overall. It's still real.
It exists in the universe, but in my perception, it doesn't exist. Because my perception is my universe.
It's like the allegory of the cave.
Yeah.
Where like, okay, so this is Plato, right? Plato's allegory of the cave. A bunch of cavemen are tied up in a cave, right? Prehistoric times, right? Tied up in a cave, and they're like facing the wall. The sun sets back and forth behind them, and then there's like a whole town of like prehistoric cavemen behind them. And they move. Like the people in the cave see the goings on behind them. Like they see the shadows of they're moving and the sun setting and rising. And that's what they think that the world is like.
Yeah, because they can only see the shadows on the cave. And then one day, one of the cavemen leave, and they see that outside world is
look, there's actually
color
something that
and dimension.
It's not just shadows.
And then when they come and try to explain that to someone, to the other cavemen in the cave, they can't understand it because their perception is only the shadows on the wall.
Like imagine you're a caveman who's only ever seen a wall, and you're like, the sun exists. Like there's a ball of fire in the sky, and it goes up and down every day and every night. Like that's ridiculous. You wouldn't be able to grasp that.
If you had never seen it, it wouldn't make any sense to you.
So if that's the truth, if the sun is truth, right? Because everyone could be like, oh, the sky, like that's real. Everyone knows the sky is something that's real. How are you supposed to grasp truth if you are not exposed to it early on? Like how
if you're not able to perceive it with your own eyes, you know?
Right, yeah.
Your own senses.
So that makes us question like the confidence in our own knowledge. Mm-hmm. Like how do we know that the sources that we are perceiving, the things that we understand to be true, are not just half of the story?
They are, by the way.
That's what we need to understand, right? So that's the point of the episode. It's not to make you question the real, whether or not you're real. Like we're not saying that you're in the Matrix.
Yeah.
We're trying to tell you to understand that your perception of reality is not the whole picture.
It's just one part of
a wider
reality. You know what I'm saying?
And then you are perceiving the world differently than the people around you. Totally different. Your identity, your, like Chris was saying, your culture, just your abilities, like your physical capabilities change the way that you're able to experience the world.
A taller person and a shorter person will have completely different views of the world because they see the world from 2 different points of view.
Okay. I'll never be able to get up there.
You will never feel what Daryl feels ever.
Okay, so
Daryl goes around and like, I wonder like if he thinks of people, he thinks of the tops of their heads.
Oh my god, that's true though. Because like when I look at people, I look at their necks. Like it changes like the way you literally the first thing that you look at. Yeah. So, it's also important to understand that perception isn't the only way that we know things. It's reason is necessary. Like understanding your limitations, your memory. Like understanding your memory is limited, and language, like the way we communicate, also shapes how we perceive things. You can't trust only your physical abilities as well. Like there are other things that factor into the way that we understand, the way we know things.
Like I don't know if you guys have ever heard like where if someone translates a joke from Chinese to English, the joke will not be funny because of the cultural perspective, and two, the linguistic perspective, where the delivery and the vocabulary only makes sense if you are Chinese and you speak Chinese.
Yeah, it's like the direct translation isn't actually the context of the language. Yeah. The language itself gives something context.
Yeah.
Like, I don't speak another language, but like my mom speaks Spanish. When she speaks Spanish at me when she's yelling, if she were to translate that, I don't think it would give the same. It's not the same message if it was in English.
Like I'm trying to think of something in Creole right now. I don't know. Lipa tutsa.
What does that mean?
Is like that person, and pa is like is not. Mm-hmm. All, and tutsa is like all that. Mm-hmm. Like that person is not all that. But it's like, it kind of makes sense. Like you're not all that. Like you're bigger than you. You think that you're bigger than you are.
So, what we're trying to say to you guys is that maybe your reality, like as you know, isn't real.
It's not.
Your color and what you see, like.
Well, it's real, but it's only real to you.
To you, only real to you. There you go.
And after you cease to exist, it'll never exist
It'll
again.
never be real. Oh, that gets into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we. TOK God. Yeah. Oh, okay. There's another thing that we want to make clear. So, in TOK, in the concept, in the world of theory of knowledge, we kind of discuss religion separate. Like, there are different ways of knowing. Religion is one of those ways of knowing things. Like faith is a way for you to understand the world. However, when we're in the world of TOK, we kind of discuss knowledge, or like knowledge through God, like through a separate deity. So we call it TOK God, right? To kind of separate it from other religions.
Yeah, it's just like TOK God is just like the idea of an omnipotent
yes. Mm-hmm. Like an overall maker, if that's the way you want to view it.
Someone who knows everything and can see all ranges of light and all through time and through every dimension. That is TOK God.
There you go. So, color isn't objective.
No.
It's
there's no way to prove that. I think that Anissa's hair is black and we both see the same black.
Oh my god, like the dress. Do you remember like the dress that was
that
on
dress
my
is
ex?
white and gold. I'm not gonna lie.
I always saw blue and black. I've always seen blue and black.
Sometimes it switches.
No, I've never been able to see white.
When I was younger, it was black and blue, but now I see white and gold.
I still see blue and black. Black and blue. I still see it. I can't.
You guys know Yanni and Laurel?
Yanni and Laurel.
Yanni.
I also heard Yanni.
I could only ever hear Yanni, bro.
Yeah, there's no Laurel, but apparently it is Laurel. And apparently the dress is white and gold, and my senses are just messed up.
Someone behind the camera doesn't agree.
No, I've only ever been able to see the blue and black dress, ever. Like, every time you show me the picture.
I feel like I can switch between.
You can switch between?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Depends on, like...
My sense, it's our difference of senses.
Day, you know.
How you're feeling that day. It's just our difference of senses.
Yeah.
The way we perceive things.
And I'll never be able to see the way that she perceives it.
Yeah. And that doesn't mean that it's not.
That doesn't mean that either our perceptions are wrong.
Yeah. It just means that it's not objective reality. It just means that it's not objective reality.
Like 6 or 7 reality.
Okay. Okay, so once again, to end us off, when TOK asks, "Are you real?" it's really asking how much of reality do you actually have access to, and how confident should you be about it.
That goes into the idea of certainty. How certain are you that your reality is the true reality? And I think that it's important as just being a human to understand that we are two different people who will see two different things, and neither of us are wrong.
Right. And then take that into the way that you develop your critical analysis.
Speak with people.
Yes.
Like when you're arguing. Yeah, if me and Anissa disagree on something, we had an argument, it'd be important for us to both remember that
we perceive things differently.
We perceive things differently, and neither of us are wrong, because it's just a difference of opinion that is based on our experiences, our cultural differences, our gender differences. She'll see things differently as a girl would from a female perspective, as I would from a male perspective.
We love to talk about that one.
I do.
We love to talk about it.
But we're not going to get into that this
No. Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining us. We are, again, the AOK.
The AOK.
The AOK, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you, knowers.